This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.
Well, anyway, it's 7:05, so right now we're going to ask those that are in attendance to pay attention, and we're going to open this meeting tonight of the Southampton Planning Board, February 19th, 2025. We have a quorum: Dan LaValle, Mark Darnell, Paul Demond here. So I'm going to take one thing out of order here. Matthew, if you don't mind, Matthew Cole, I'm just going to take your A&R out of order and address another item that won't take very long. So I'm going to ask Attorney Gary LaCourie is here tonight representing the Gill Farm Way development, and he's requesting a release of Lot 2. Over in that development, we have previously released lots 3, 4, 7, 8, and 9. And he is requesting to have lot 1 released this evening. So, Gary, I'm sorry?
Lot 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Form 1 lot.
Form 1 lot, right.
Okay, so it's lot 2. I'm sorry. All right. So, anything else to go with that? Anything else you'd like to add?
Not really. It's just something that has to be done, and we're looking to comply with the town whatever way we can. And we're looking to get street acceptance. I'm going to be submitting a bunch of items within the next week, 2 weeks, and we're going to be requesting that it be put on the next list when it's, I think it's a town meeting.
Yeah, I guess it's not going to be until June sometime.
June, I understand that. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So we have some time, but the sooner the better. But
you're right. Right.
I'll address something after that. But your main request right now is for Lot 2 to be released.
Correct.
Any questions from the board? And just
I have the questions. It's the same as all the other ones we've looked at.
Yeah.
So.
And just for your information, lots 1, 5, and 6 remain out of that subdivision. So there will not be any more releases until such time. I think Attorney LaCourie will agree. There's a list of items there, and not a very big one, but yet there's a list from the Highway Department and John Furman from VHB, the board consultant on that project, that have to be addressed before they go before ATM for a street acceptance. So if those things aren't complied with, then the street won't be accepted, but also the town has the right to withhold lots,
right,
or a lot, depending on the work that never was completed. Am I correct on that, Attorney LaCourie?
Yeah, no, you are correct. And the list of items, I've talked with Randy Wilson from Holcomb Farms, and he's done most of the work there. We've got a list of items, and I think we can agree with the town. We might be able to, get this done relatively soon. It's not a big list, and we're looking to get this accepted as soon as possible.
Yeah, and I would suggest that just when you do complete that punch list, to get in contact with John Furman from VHB and also Randall Kemp and confirm that, because they'll sign off on it, and then you can go forward with the acceptance. But for all intents and purposes right now, do I have any other further discussion on the release of Lot 2 on Gill Farm Way?
No.
Do I have a motion?
Oh, I'd like to make a motion to release Lot 2 as an A&R from Gill Farm Way.
It's not an A&R, it's just a release of
I'm sorry.
release of the subdivision covenant.
Right.
As Paul said, that's what I meant to say.
Okay.
Mark, do you want to second that?
I will second that.
So the motion's been made and seconded. There's no other further discussion. All in favor? Mark?
Aye.
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 Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, Attorney LaCroix, you're good to go. And you said in your email, once that paperwork is together, you'll send it forward for my signature and I'll send it back.
Very good. Thank you.
All right. Good luck. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Oh, by the way, before you go,
Yes.
please note the new planning board email. Sometime back there when you had sent me an email, you were still sending it to the old email, which was a Gmail account, but all town accounts now are at townofsouthampton.org. So it's now planning board at townofsouthampton.org. And I apologize for missing one of those emails because it was in the old mailbox.
That's the new world of emails anyways. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good night.
Yeah. Good night.
At this time now, we're going to address the other agenda item for an A&R requested by Matthew Cole on County Road, map 36, parcel 12. Matthew, are you with us there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, now I'm going to see if I can share the screen here. I'm not that great at this, but I'm going to try it to show the map. See if I can do this. Okay. Wonders never cease. All right, so let me just see if I can bring this down. So Matthew, we're looking at the
Hey, Paul.
lot one. Go ahead.
We're looking at a list of files right now. Is that what we're supposed to see?
No.
Yeah, I
open
see
it
like a list of all the files.
I had the document up. What happened? See it now?
Yep, there it is.
Okay, good. All right. Matthew, can you see that?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so we're looking at County Road, and it's not too far, as I can tell, from the intersection of East Street, Southampton Road, and County Road, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. It's it's a few 100 yards down.
Isn't that the first lot after that barn that's sitting on that property?
It's actually, the barn would be just above the screen that we're seeing now. What's underneath that right there is the White House that is currently for sale.
Right, okay. So if I go back this way, the barn is more up here.
Yes, the
Yes.
barn is that little, just above there.
Is that the land that's owned by Daniello? Does he own that barn?
I believe so.
Oh, okay, all right. And the rest is all owned by the Bashista Orchards, correct?
Correct.
All right, so you're just requesting, it meets the frontage and the acreage requirements, and it's pretty well straightforward in my mind, unless Mark or Dan have comments to make.
Same as you, Paul. It meets all the requirements as I see.
Yeah,
Mark?
I don't see any issues. Pretty straightforward.
Okay, so without further ado, I will ask for a motion to accept the A&R for the Coles to proceed with their, I'm assuming, building a new home.
That would be correct.
That's correct.
The motion, please.
A motion to accept the A&R plan on County Line Road to allow the applicant to proceed.
All right.
Second.
Motion's made by Mark and seconded by Dan. All in favor, Mark,
Aye.
Dan,
Aye.
myself, yes. So 300 on that. Now, I'm assuming you need a address, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Right. So I've got an assignment for the address from the map I viewed on the assessor's map. It looks to me like it would be 152. Does that sound right to you?
It does.
Okay. So again, just a formality because I have to send paperwork over to the assessors. I'm looking for a motion to accept number 152 as the assignment for that property on County Road.
Make a motion that we assign 152 as the street address for the A&R on County Line Road.
Second.
Motion's made and second. All in favor? Mark,
Aye.
Dan,
Aye.
and I will approve that as well. Without further ado, I guess you're ready to go, Mr. and Mrs. Cole. Now, how can I get that map to you? I have the maps, and I'll sign them for you, and I've got to keep some copies for myself and other city or other town departments. Are you living locally, or what's a good place, or shall I leave them at the clerk's office for you to pick up?
Our current address is in Easthampton. However, we can pick it up from the clerks as well. Whichever is simpler.
Are you in Southampton now?
No, we're in Easthampton currently.
Oh, Easthampton. Okay. So how about if I sign them and tomorrow morning I'll drop them off at the clerk's office
Perfect.
at Town Hall, and they're not open Friday, so you'll either have to get it tomorrow before 4 o'clock or next Monday.
Okay.
All right?
Would that be the Southampton clerk's office?
Exactly. Yep. At 210 College Highway.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you.
Would it
Yep.
just be Matt who could pick them up, or could I pick them up as well?
No, either one of you can. Doesn't make any difference.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you. And hopefully her office is open. If not, could I have a phone number? Let me just look at the application here. Maybe it's on the app. Is it 454-1433?
Yes, that is my number.
All right. So if sometimes the clerk, depending on if there's any extenuating circumstances over there, she may be closed or out. But if she's not there and not going to be there, I'll call you and let you know, and then I'll arrange to maybe get them to you over the weekend.
Perfect.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Good night. All right, my friends. And lastly, I don't have any other business other than maybe a slight discussion here, but is there any other committee reports we need to hear from going on in any of the committees you're on, anything of importance?
I mean, the big thing on the select board right now is we're in budget season. So we're meeting with all the committees to understand where their budgets are at and take all that in and come home and arrive at a sound budget for the town. So it's a lot of work.
I don't envy you at all.
Yeah. The big challenge is the schools, to be honest with you.
Yep. As it is in most towns, I guess.
Yeah.
The other issue we had, or not an issue, but it's come to our being, with Stephen Johnson's resignation from the committee there a couple weeks ago. Stephen was the representative from the planning board perspective to Pioneer Valley Planning. So with his resignation, I contacted the town clerk and put my name as the contact for the representative. However, Stephen intimated to Dan that he would like to remain in that capacity because there's other issues that he's involved with there and that could be important to town business in the future regarding maybe the new property on College Highway and other issues that he's very interested in and he's very well versed in, for that matter. Now, I don't have an issue with Stephen remaining on Pioneer Valley whatsoever. However, he can't remain in the planning board representative because he's no longer part of the board. But I have no opposition to Stephen representing the town in any other capacity. My thought is select board. He can be a representative from the select board, and or some other designation. But if he wants to remain, I have no problem with that whatsoever. But just to make it clear, he can't be the planning board rep. Any other thoughts there from you folks?
Makes sense to me.
Sounds good.
Yeah. His heart's in the right place when it comes to a lot of planning and land use issues, and I wish him well on that. So if he's concerned in keeping up with that, then that's fine. So I'll send out a notice to the select board that I don't have a problem with it. He wants to represent the town in some other capacity. Other than that, I have nothing else. If you want to entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
No?
I'll second that.
Oh, just before, wait a minute, before I forget. I have one more item. It's just a notification. On March 5th, we're having a public hearing. I believe I sent you all the information already from Richard Harris, but these are amendments of zoning revision, we had done that are going to go forth to town meeting in June. Amendments for accessory dwelling units, solar, and the revision of the special permit site plan review bylaws. Now, we did already have a hearing on the ADUs, which we revised last August and September. However, Richard informed me that if a town meeting is within 6 months of holding a public hearing on a zoning amendment, if it exceeds that, you have to hold another hearing. So since we did it in late September, October, it's going to be beyond the 6-month period for town meeting. So we have to hold another public hearing on what we've already covered. But there were some minor adjustments because he found that the state had some additions to some of the definitions for ADUs, and it's probably just as well because they have to be included. But this is a package that's going to be going through for ADUs, solar, and special permits and site. So that's on topic for March 5th, and hopefully you'll be there because we will need your participation. We have an interested member of the community that is submitted his name to the select board for the planning board, and I'm assuming that they're going to be addressing that or voting on it at their next meeting. So we might have Stephen's position filled sooner than later. Other than that, who had the motion to adjourn?
Dan did.
Dan? Yep. And you seconded, Mark. Okay.
I seconded it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Dan.
Have a good week ahead, and we'll see you on the 5th.